Hello YouTube, it's Lion here with Hobbies Man once again, and today we're going to be doing a review of Dark Knights of Steel issue 4, and I'm only doing this because I thought I had done it, and apparently while I was trying to upload issue 5's review, I realized that I hadn't made it yet. So here we are. It's a very beautiful cover here, and it's written by Tom Taylor, and there's art by Yasmin Putri is supposed to be the person that does all the art here, but it looks like it's not them for this issue. So I don't know. It's someone Bengal and someone Priyanto. And yeah, I don't know. Not much to say about that. But let's get started. So the recap from the previous issue of this, from issue 3, is that Zala is continuing her rampage, and she's going through places and doing stuff, and we get to see that Jefferson, right, I think that's Black Lightning's name, goes to Themyscira, to the island of the Amazons, in order to talk to Hippolyta and all of the Amazons there, and try to decide, hey, are we going to go to war or are we not? And they kind of do that, and they have this kind of political situation that occurs where Diana, Hippolyta's daughter, and Wonder Woman leaves, and Jefferson and Constantine are talking about it, and they're like, hey man, are you sure that was a good idea? And Jefferson's like, yeah man, that was the point of this thing. We kind of managed to remove the only person that could stop us from joining forces with the Amazons from being here by pushing them towards the El Kingdom. So it's a very interesting political intrigue there. And then the story ends with Zala killing Jefferson, if I remember correctly. She fights him on his boat, and she ends up drowning them, and the only person that survives is Constantine, if I remember correctly. So there you go. That is that. Let's start with the review and discussion for this issue. So it starts with Alfred and Bruce talking about this kryptonite that they found, this green rock. And Batman is talking about how he spent so much time hunting down freaks and people with powers, and he turns out to be one as well. And Alfred is like, they're not freaks and neither are you. You're hardly the first ever person with power to act hypocritically. And they start talking about this stuff, and eventually Alfred kind of goes into talking about the reason why Bruce is the way he is. And basically he starts talking about the elves, the elf family, as they're having time with themselves. They're in their household, they're living peacefully on their own, and Jor-El and Lara are living life as people far away from everyone else, and eventually start feeling these tremors in the earth. And they go and investigate what it is, and it turns out that it's this Mount Christoph, this volcano-esque area that is probably going to go off sometime soon. And then what they decided to do is they decide to go talk to the Wayne family. The Waynes are the people in charge of the kingdom, in order to try to help them not be affected by this catastrophe that is supposed to show up and destroy everything, right? And they Jor-El goes into the kingdom. He infiltrates the tower, and he goes and talks to Alexander Luthor, Lex Luthor's dad, I think. And he tells him, hey man, this has to happen. You need to pass this off to the king or queen. And he was stubborn and prideful, and so he burned this information before giving it to the king. And eventually, stuff happens, and Jor-El shows up, and he's like, did you not tell these people what was going to happen? And eventually the Waynes listen to him, and so they start to prepare. They don't have time to prepare because the mountain erupts, and so everyone has to evacuate. And Alexander Luthor tries to stop the elves from continuing to talk, and of course they manage to deal with it because they're not going to be affected by basic weaponry that medieval humans have. And so, you know, they talk it out, and what happens is that, you know, they kind of bond a little bit, and Lara and Jor-El save everyone from this this eruption, from all of the stuff that's happening, and so they eventually get turned into the king and queen. And Alexander Luthor goes away and realizes, you know, there's this green rock, and he gets washed in its power, and then we don't know what happens. We go back to the elves, who are being celebrated and touted as the saviors of the kingdom, and then in a moment of weakness, Martha Wayne and Jor-El have a moment of intimacy, which hurts everyone around them. But eventually, she manages to have a kid, and that makes them happier, because this child is something that she always wanted. But the Wayne, you know, Batman's dad wasn't able to give it to her because, you know, probably some personal issues there. And eventually, they become friends, and they grow up as siblings and all this stuff. And then the Waynes die in this kind of weird situation that occurs, that they're not sure what it is, but we get to see this very creepy, smiling like Joker with a Green Lantern ring. And it turns out that that was the Green Man, the cruel Joker, which was once Alexander Luthor. So I guess Lex Luthor in this case becomes the Joker in this world, and he is both the Joker and the Green Lantern, which is crazy. And so, you know, the elves manage to chase him down, and you know, the Waynes die, and so they leave the elves as king and queen. And now that is why Bruce has managed to be, you know, what he is now. And it ends with them going back to the kingdom. So there you go. That's all there is to it. It was pretty interesting. I can't believe that I forgot to record a video for it. So here we are. And yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys later.